Welcome to Real Estate Update with James Wedgeworth. James, how are you?
I'm doing great, boy. I'm excited about this program. I've been waiting for this for 39 years.
Well, listen, it's been a good year as far as I understand. I want to explain to people, I'm on Hilton Head Island, you're in the studio, but because we normally tape side by side, closer than 6 feet, we decided we'd do a Zoom taping, and you're used to using the internet now for real estate these days, right?
We're all into Zoom.
Now, tell me, how have things been since we last talked? How's the overall market looking right now?
The word I used the other day is surprise, surprise, surprise. Back in March and April, when we had the lockdown, we were actually trying to figure out how we were going to keep all our real estate companies open. All my friends that are realtors were calling me saying, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? And then a strange thing happened about the first week of May. It turned on a dime. The whole world discovered Hilton Head. A lot of folks from the Northeast moved here, and it's been the most unbelievable ride I've seen. As I said earlier, I've been here 39 years. I've never seen anything like this as far as the amount of sales we made and activity we have, and people all over the country are coming to Hilton Head because they're placing a higher value on their homes and quality of life than they've done in the past, and that's been fantastic. Actually, for the whole United States, markets in most places except the major city have seen an increase, but more significantly Hilton Head, because we have a much higher quality of life than the rest of the world does.
Well, so what has that done to inventory of homes for sale here on the island?
Good question. I thought you might ask that.
How'd you know?
How did I know? We've been doing this too long. Yeah. The inventory on Hilton Head, I actually ran the numbers. The inventory on Hilton Head is down 53% from this time last year. It means there's half as many homes for sale. Villas on Hilton Head are down 49% in inventory, half his number of villas for sale, 38% in Bluffton. The Bluffton market has not changed as much as the Hilton Head market. But as we've talked about before, and when people stop me at the grocery store and say, I watch you on TV, the thing they always comment on is, we really appreciate what you said about how pricing is affected by inventory.
Well, let's talk about that. You're talking about a huge difference from 1 year ago. It's interesting to me with villas because those were slowest to recover when things were starting to turn around, and now the inventory of those has gone down as well as homes. So how is that affecting the prices?
Well, I ran the numbers in MLS, and according to the numbers I ran, house prices were up a year ago 12.4%, and villas were up 15%. Now that's not an exact science, it's just the big sample, and you got to look at the sample size, you got to look at several things. I actually do some more detailed research, and the research I've done, I think, is probably a little more accurate because of the sample size and the way we look at different sales. I've got houses up 15% since May 1 and villas up 12% since May 1.
And when you're giving me those percentages, you're saying that if someone sold a house a year ago as compared to now, or a villa, right now they'd be able to sell it at a price, well, 15% higher than they would have a year ago?
Correct, and villas 12% higher. So that's since May 1. From October last year to May 1 was flat, so your house or villa didn't really increase that much, maybe a little bit. But all this increase has been since the first week in May, and it's all driven by COVID. It's all driven by lack of inventory, and it's driven by you got more buyers chasing fewer properties. Now, several developments we've seen huge decreases in inventory. The most significant is Long Cove. 2 years ago, we had 38 houses for sale. Today, I think we have 4 houses for sale. So we've seen inventory reductions. For instance, Hilton Plantation, last time I checked, we had 24 houses on the market. A year ago, we had 82 houses on the market. If you went back several years ago, we had 150 houses on the market. So to go from 150 houses to 24 houses is quite a reduction in inventory, which is great. As we say, is great.
I'm sorry, go ahead, please.
Great for pricing, you know.
What about as far as people that have come down here to look or are shopping online to look for a home? Are you finding that sometimes they're losing out on that first home or villa they want to, buy or put a bid on, so they're more anxious to maybe bid a bit higher or go over asking price these days? Is that happening?
That happens a lot. I recently listed a house, and in 2 days I got 10 offers on the house, and it sold for $50,000 above list price. The people that priced it very, very fairly. But we're seeing that, and what we're also seeing is, on that particular instance, there 10 people made an offer, so 9 people lost out. So the next time a house comes up in that price range, you got 9 people that go to it immediately, like within 2 hours of it coming on the market. We're actually getting calls. I'll be out showing property and somebody will call me and they say, "We want to talk to you about this house that just came on the market." And I'm going, "Is it already on?" I mean, it wasn't on when I left the office, so the staff got it on while I was out showing property. So we're definitely seeing a big increase.
Are you seeing a lot of homes just staying on the market like a week, a couple of days, or I mean, is stuff really moving that quickly? I guess is what I'm asking.
Allie, here's what I tell people. If we put your house on the market, doesn't sell the first week, we got a problem. Something's wrong, because if it's priced right and there's a lot of activity, there's a lot of people chasing new inventory, it should sell.
Well, then let me ask you this. There are a few homes out there that have been sitting on the market for a while. Are they priced too high, or is there something wrong with the home? Or what do you think you would tell a buyer, I guess, that looks at something that's been on the market for 200 days?
Well, we don't have a lot of them that's been on the market 200 days. If we got them that's been on the market 200 days, then obviously there's a problem with either price, maybe condition, which isn't as big a deal as it used to be, and availability. We have some houses like that are rented long term, and they got tenants saying we have trouble getting in, and that could be a problem too. But most of the houses that are priced right in today's market are selling within a week of coming on the market, which is totally opposite from what we saw a year ago.
I mean, it's crazy.
It's crazy.
Now, okay, last year at this time, you and I would talk, and I'd say, "Well, James, I know I'm going to sell my house. Or our house. So, can we put it on the market between Thanksgiving and Christmas, or before Thanksgiving?" And you would say, "Allie, you've got to wait till after the new year, maybe in February." What are you advising now?
What I've told for years, and I've said this on TV many, many times, at this time of year when people call me and say, "I'm ready to list my house," I say, "Why don't we wait till February the 14th, which is President's Weekend, which has traditionally been the kickoff to our market, because it's traditionally very slow from Thanksgiving to that time." So we just tell people to wait. I'm not telling them to wait today. I'm telling them to get the house on the market today and strike while the iron is hot, because we have all these people that made offers on other villas and other houses. They didn't get them, and they're looking for a place, and these people are going to react right away. If they see the house, they're going to react.
I have a question, James. They're talking about a vaccine becoming available, which we would all like to see this be solved. But if and when the COVID situation gets better, are you anticipating a downturn in the market? Is there any way to know? I mean, are the people that have moved here because of that going to stay here, or will we see more homes on the market?
Well, my crystal ball, I dropped it last night. But I do remember a few things from college. I tell people I don't know if I learned anything. I got 4 years older. But I do remember an economics professor of mine saying one time, "There's no such thing as a straight line up or a straight line down." So markets do change, and there are many factors that would affect that. Obviously, the most important factor is the overall, business market, the stock market, the confidence in the economy. Those things would have a tendency to change the market. However, the research I've done shows that good markets usually run about a year and a half to 2 years. We've been in this one approximately 6 months. I can't predict for the future, but historically they have run longer than 6 months, which is obviously good if anybody wanting to sell their house.
It's interesting. I want to talk to you when we come back about developments as far as Southwest coming into Savannah and how that might impact us here. But we're going to take a break first, James. Okay, we'll be right back.
Thank you.